finally here. It's the grand daggone finale. 3 out of 3. My Immortal.
I really should have brought some tissues.
I'm not tracking, dude.
What do you mean?
I don't know where we're at with this. Like, I don't understand. The clusterfuck got pretty wild in the last episode.
The last part of the first, I guess you'd call it episode, video. But the second one, like, yeah, I don't even remember, like...
A bunch. I remember Dumbledore coming in with the Make Goth Great Again hat on.
And Lupin.
He got called out for a poser,
and
Dobby jumped out while they were boning in the hallway.
Yeah. And Lupin was like, "Do you have any condoms?" And she's like, "Get the fuck out of here! Don't try to screw me." And
she was like taking pictures of them.
Yeah, with her black camera. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a whole bunch of crazy going on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the saga continues.
Well,
Part 3. Here we are, and I just found out that there are a bunch of these, like where he takes fan fiction and stuff and makes these on his second channel. So we got to check that out.
If you all have already watched them and you have a favorite, just let us know in the comments.
Yeah, please drop those in the comment section.
I don't know what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
This one has been...
I like a surprise.
Well, we're about to be surprised.
We're about to be surprised. So, yeah, with no further introduction, this is My Immortal, 3 out of 3. Sundance Rejects.
Here we go. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. No. I screamed sexily. Suddenly I locked up and stopped having the vision.
Ebony, are you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice.
Yeah, I said sadly as I got up.
Everything's alright, Anobi, said Vampire, all sensitive.
No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. Oh my fucking god, what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2?
It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though.
Sinister.
Okay, bitch, I said sadly, and then we went.
Konnichiwa, everybody. Come in. Said the Professor Sinister in Japanese.
She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She had long, dead black hair with blood-red tips and red eyes. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it.
What is it, Ebony? Sister?
I can't believe it.
I love your nail polish. Where did you get it? Hot Topic?
Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what Hot Topic was gave me weird looks.
Who didn't know?
I gave them the middle finger.
Sure.
Well, I have to talk to you about some things.
I mean,
When do you want to do it?
How about now? She asked.
Okay, I said.
Okay, corazón dismissed everyone. Professor Trevor said that she let everyone go.
Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black cryptal ball to look in.
Cryptal?
I looked at it.
What do you see? She asked.
I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram.
Oh my God.
Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes.
Okay, you can go now see your cunt, said the Professor Sinister.
Bye, bitch, I said, waving. Chapter 25. Author's note, stop flaming, okay? If you don't, then I'll tell Justin to beat you up, and I'll tell all the readers to put viruses on your computer. F*** you, Ravenfang's got to help. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went on top of it. Draco put on some MCR. We started tilling off each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and my black leather bar. I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what into my tool sexily. Oh my fucking god, Draco. I screamed, having an orgasm. We stated Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two goblet men with black long hair.
No! Please don't fucking kill us! They pleaded. But he just kept shooting them.
No! Oh my god, I shouted in a scared voice.
Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes.
I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did with his black Lincoln Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius. Chapter 26. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a Good Charlotte t-shirt. "Hi, Vampire," I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood, and then told them what happened.
Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore.
We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office.
Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said, while we whipped some tears from his white face. Inobi had a vision in a dream.
Dumbledore started to goggle.
And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional?
I glared at Dumbledore.
Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. See? Is that tooth of character?
You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Ceres and Lucian. Ponto.
Okay, he said in an intimidated voice. Where are they?
I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longden, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out to look for them. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you. Everyone in the room stated to cry happily. I had saved them.
What?
Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine.
Come on, Ebony, said the professor. I have to tell you the fucking prediction.
I looked at Lucian, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed. Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said,
Who is Tara? Tara! I see dark times are near. She said battery.
She peered into the balls.
You see, you must go back in time, or...
She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had.
When Voldemort was in Hogwarts, before he became powerful, he got his hearth broken. Now do you think he would still become a Voldemort if he was in a rover?
I shook my head.
You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way.
What?
If he is still evil, then we must kill him.
Why her?
Okay, I said sadly. I went outside again sadly. Chapter 28.
What f***ing happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked everyone else.
The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him.
It's okay, Ebony, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you?
Of course not, I gasped.
Really? He asked.
Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then, I took off Draco's My Chemical Romance shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Inobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes, and we were in for the ride of our lives. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively, we did it.
I love you, Ebony. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed as we got an orgasm.
We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly...
What the f*** are you doing?
It was Snope and Professor McGoggle. Chapter 29.
Oh, my Satan!
We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGoonagall started to shoot at us angrily.
Come now!
We did it guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket.
What?
Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster. What the fuck are you going to do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protected. Oh, sorry. Snoop laughed meanly.
Shut your mouth, you insolent fools! Yelled Professor McGoggle.
She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. Draco started to cry all sexy and sexative. Get it? Because he's a sex bomb, lol. And then, he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crossio, I shouted. Snape started to scram. He dropped the gun.
Oh, man.
But it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped to curse. Professor McGoogle did a spell so that they were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said,
Okay, Cerberus, I'm going to go now.
She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry.
It's okay, Inobi, said Draco. Evergreen will be all right. Remember the Sidio you took of Snake.
Snape laughed again. And then he took out some whips.
No!
We screamed sadly. He took out a camera angrily. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and knit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me.
What?
You must stab Vampire.
He said to me.
The dark mark.
If you don't, then I'll wrap Draco.
No, you fucking bastard. I yielded. Snape laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation dance around the strokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. I closed my eyes and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic massage to Draco and Vampire so that they would distract Snape.
Dumbledore will get you, Draco shooted. Yeah, just wait until the mystery find out. God damn it. Vampire yelled.
Meanwhile, I took out my wand.
You ridiculous donderhead. Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes. Yeah, just as he was about to rape it.
Crotio, I shitted, pointing my wounds. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile,
motherfucker, what the fuck? That shit's hot.
Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio.
You dunderhead.
Shooted Snape, but suddenly, Cerberus came. Snake put the whip behind his back.
Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something. He lied.
But suddenly, Lucian and Professor Trevelry came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap.
I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitch, Sirius said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something, Snape clammed.
Oh, fucking yeah. And then, a big black car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the windows. And Snap was in it. Chapter 44. Author's note. Well, I have nothing to say, but Everett, stop glamming, okay? If any gothic people are reading this, then you rock. Oh my god, I still can't wait for the movie. Tom Flatten is so hot. Lol, I hope Harry will become gothic, cause my friend told me he is really emo in this book. OMFG. I'm leaving W pretty soon, can't wait. This will probably be the last chapter until I come back.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's me car! Shooted Draco angrily.
But suddenly, it was revealed who was in the car. It was Voldemort!
Now I shall kill thee all!
Thunder came in the room.
No, please don't kill us, pleaded Vampire. My god, look at this casting call.
Suddenly, Willow, Bloody Mary, Diablo, Ginny, Dracula, Fred, and George, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucian all ran in.
What is the meaning of this?
And Voldemort looked away, because Dumbledore is the only wizard that he is scared of. He did a spell, and suddenly his broomstick came to him sexily. Voldemort flew above the roof evilly on his broomstick.
Oh my goth! Slugborn gasped. Get it? 'Cause I'm gothic. The Dark Lord shall kill all of you. Then you must submit to him, Snake ejaculated menacingly. Cruciatus! Screamed Harry.
But the sparks from his wand only hit Victor's car. It fell down. Snap quickly crawled out of it and picked up the studio camera. Oh my fucking god, I cried, because the video of me in the bathroom. The video of me doing it with Draco.
If you kill me, then these studios will be shown to everyone in the skull. Then you can just be like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton. He laughed meanly.
No, I screamed.
I saw too, she's gonna show everyone depict her! Harry shouted angrily.
Shut up! Lumpkin roared.
Foolish ignoramuses! Yielded Voldemort from his broomstick. Thou shalt all die soon. Die! Think again, you fucking muggle poser! Harry yelled. And then he and Diablo and Navel both took out black guns. But Voldemort took out his own one.
You guys are in a Latin standoff, I shouted desperately.
Echo Neville's wand! Cried Voldemort.
It suddenly, Neville's wand was in his hands.
Now I shall kill thee all, and Ebony, you will die.
He made lighting come all over the place.
Save us, Ebony! Dumbledore cried.
Dumbledore.
I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the common room and slip my wrists with my friends as we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2, and do it with Draco. But I knew I had to do something more important. Abracadabra!
Oh my God, really? Abracadabra.
Is that the end?
That is the end.
Wait, what?
Holy shit.
And that's it. 80 minutes of incomprehensible drivel. Thank you for tolerating it.
What?
It's all just going to be notifications and thanks from here on, so feel free to quietly walk out the door. I'll do a short video at some stage on the origins of the author. I think there's quite an interesting story there. There have been a...
And that's how it ends?
So she just, like, sacrificed herself? I don't know.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've wasted so much of my life, and now Abra-fucking-cadabra?
Abracadabra! It's all over.
Bitch,
Abracadabra.
listen here. Male, female, or other bitch out there that wrote this, let me tell you something.
You gonna cut a promo?
I gave you a chance through the lens of internet historian, and he couldn't even wipe your ass for you. And then we get to the end of this clusterfuck of just like eye, ear, and brain cancer that you just put out here, which he so skillfully crafted to tell your unfollowable story. And it's Abra fucking Cadabra?
Abracadabra.
No time travel. No seduction of Voldemort. No true rhyme or reason to any of this shit. I'm at a loss at this point. I don't even know where to go from
magic,
there.
So you use your magic wands to get guns? What?
But it's beyond that. It's so many literal blunders in the storyline that make it incomprehensible that it's just, information death at this point.
Which is what made it beautiful.
I like, as much as that Sacha Baron Cohen character who makes art out of turds, about as much as that. Abracadabra?
I'm really surprised that it ended like that, but I like how Dumbledore had to tell Enobi to save everyone from Vladimir or whatever. It's like Dumbledore would slay.
Yeah, but she's not even supposed to like him because he's supposed to be a poser, remember?
Poser.
So...
But I guess he was a poser because he's sitting there hiding behind everybody. Save me, Enobi.
There you go.
I'm really happy that this one wasn't like 15 minutes breaking down what wardrobe.
I think those parts got skipped over intentionally.
Jeez Louise.
So yeah, I hope you guys have some recommendations for us and we get to move on from this one now, because holy smokes, what a steaming pile. Thanks to Internet Historian for going through what must have been a gulag-esque experience crafting this, because he did a good job. There's no way I could have read this or even listened to somebody read this without the visual aid that Internet Historian gave. So go support Internet Historian. Yeah. He rocks. If you've got any more suggestions, again, more of these Sundance rejects or anything else, drop the links in the description. We'll be sure to check those out. Give us a like, a subscription. That would be great too. But I think that's it for this one.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm done. I need even more intensive